Today we're going to talk about a shot that is really essentially if you're playing pool. So I set up this drill that will show you this kind of shot. So we have 8 balls on the table, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Of course, you want to make the 1 ball into the corner pocket in this case. And you have ball in hand at the beginning. So let's make it as easy as possible and put, I would say, the cue ball right about here. Of course, you want to make the 1 ball into the pocket, and the second thing you want to visualize or pick is a point on the table where you want to have your cue ball to end. Remember, always pick a point, no area for your cue ball to end. I already taught you that in the video about visualization. I will give you the link at the end of the video. So we pick this point here. And now the important thing at this shot comes. You obviously hit the 1 ball here and the 1 ball goes into the pocket. Now the thing that you want to be able to do is spin out from the rail to that exact direction where our point is. And how do we do this? Of course, if we add low. We can support that with a little bit of a right spin, of course. Yeah, so you can hit somewhere right here. It always depends how hard you hit the ball. Because if you hit a little softer, then of course you need more spin, more low. If you hit a little bit harder, yeah, then you don't need that much. We just say we hit it like that. And then you have to be able to spin out and go exactly to that line. And that's what the shot is about, to be able to spin out of the rail and go to that line where you want. So let's do it from the 2 to the 3 ball. We always want to be on this side, so we pick that point here. And of course, if you hit really low and right, then we're going with the cue ball to this direction. If you don't add too much, of course, we're going more to this direction, and if you even follow or give left spin, we go to this direction. But in this case, of course, we need low and maybe some right. So again, I can't teach you how to play the shot exactly with what spin. You just have to try it, just do this drill and repeat so that you really can calculate where the cue ball will go after you made the 2 ball. So in this case, we again made the 2 ball. So cue ball comes into here, goes out and should go towards this point. Yeah, if you're going with the cue ball towards the point, it doesn't matter if you aren't exactly on the point, a little further away is still okay, because the angle doesn't change on this line. So let's say we ended up like here. Cue ball of course has gone into the pocket, and now we are on the 3 ball. And then you do that whole thing again. Make the 3 ball, come into the rail and go towards the 4 ball. And then you do the same thing with the 4 ball, 5 ball, 6 ball. Every time, if the 7 and 8 are still on the table, of course you want to be, so let's say this is the line, you want to be on this side. You don't want to be here, because if you're making the 5 ball and you're here, yeah, you will hit the 7 and that means end of the drill. So you always have to make sure that you're on this side. If the 5 ball and the 6 ball have gone, then it's another case. Then you can be on both sides. But I will show you what side is better. So imagine you're on the 7 ball and this is the straight line. You can either be on this side or on this side. Straight isn't ideal, yeah, because you just can draw back and then play the 8 ball in this corner. But in this drill, you want to play every ball in this corner pocket and in this corner pocket. So you don't want to be straight. What side is now better, this side or this side? Of course, it's this side. Because if you're making the 7 ball, you add a little bit of right spin, and then we go into the rail, and then again we're going towards the 8 ball. And if you're going towards the 8 ball on that line where you want to be, you have a little more margin for error and you don't have to be so precise with your speed. So this is ideal. Of course, if you're a little to this side, Another thing you can do is follow with right spin, then make the 7, go to here, and then as you see, you're almost going to the ball. Yeah, it's still okay. If you're a little more on this side, yeah, then you maybe have to play just high, go into the rail and go out. You see, that's not that good, still okay. You have to be a little more precise. And the worst case is if you're on this side and you have to go to these 2 rails. So if you're on this side, of course you want to play a lot of left spin, not that much, maybe a bit little low, and then you're going this way and you're crossing that line. If you're further away from the 8-ball, it's still okay, but now imagine you misjudged the shot a little bit, you played high with left, and then you're going this way, you're going really close to the 8-ball. So if you're here, you're still okay, but now you're crossing the line and you're here, you have a really tough shot, or if you're here, you have a really tough shot. So make sure if you have to cross that line and aren't able to go towards the ball, make sure that you don't cross the line next to the 8, so be a little further away from the 8, so the margin for error is again a little bigger. So that's the drill. Remember, you want to be able to make a ball and exactly calculate where you want to go with the cue ball from the rail after you made that ball. That's what this drill is all about. And if you're playing a game of 8-ball, 9-ball or 10-ball or straight pool, just count how often the shot comes up, and I will guarantee at least 2 times in a match this shot comes up. But I would say in a game of 10-ball, maybe 3, 4, sometimes even 5 times. Yeah, the ball doesn't have always to be on the long rail, short rail always possible. This shot comes up so often, so you have to be able, for example in this case, make the ball and calculate exactly this path to go to the 8-ball, because balls are always next to the rail, maybe not exactly on the rail, maybe a little further away, but the principle behind that whole thing is always the same. You make the ball, you go into one rail and spin out and go into the direction that you decided to. So it's very important that you manage to go exactly to the direction you want. And yeah, that's it. There is another variation of this drill. Remember where the 1 and the 2 were? You put the 3 and the 4 on the table at the opposite rail, so you have 4 balls on the rail, and then you go from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, and then you start from beginning. Yeah, you can change the order of the balls, but just play the shot over and over again, try to get position, and the important thing is don't play for an area, play for an exact point, because yeah, you maybe have a huge area in this case, but in a game there isn't always that huge area like in this drill. So really pick a point where you want to go and then compare if you're going towards that point exactly in that direction, and if you're able to do that, this will help you really a lot and improve your game. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the lesson, and we will see you at the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.